All right, good morning, everybody. Gonna be reviewing code editors, which are basically interfaces that are allowed to make coding more easy. They give you different tools such as making syntax clear, alignment, things like that that just make coding a lot more easier, especially on an enterprise professional level. Now, there's a lot of different code editors out there. You're gonna come across a lot. There's open source, there's paid, there's everything in between. But what you're going to find is the majority of people in the field, at least in the enterprise professional level, are using Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code is actually open source, so it is free, and it is provided by Microsoft. What you're going to find about Visual Studio Code is this is actually an example. You can see the file layout, you can see the work interface. Down here you can have like a terminal or a display or whatever other features you might need. But this is basically Visual Studio Code, which is the most popular coding editor software available. You can find this online. Just Google Microsoft Visual Studio Code and you'll be able to download a copy for yourself. You can see how it highlights all the syntax and things like that to make coding much more easier for finding stuff and keeping everything the same. So this is basically Visual Studio Code, which you're able to find online, open source from Microsoft. The next one we use, and which I personally use as one of my personal favorites, is Adobe Dreamweaver. And a lot of the reason that I've been using Adobe Dreamweaver is just because it's what I started out with. I also have a bunch of free tutorials here on how to set stuff up and whatnot. But I basically started with Adobe Dreamweaver, so it has become the platform that I am most familiar with and which I use the most. And now just taking a look at the interface, here you can kind of see the same thing. All our file structures are over here on the left, which is similar to Visual Studio Code. And then also all of our code is right here, which is all color aligned and syntaxed so that it's a lot easier to find stuff. Like here you can see the image is all in this orange. This is all orange for an image. Heights are all attributes and such are all listed in purple. It just makes finding elements much more easier when you have a professional tool such as a coding editor. So guys, those are basically what coding editors are. Again, there's more. There's Atom, there's Notebook++, and we do use some of those, but at the end of the day, you really only need one. I would recommend, if you're going into a professional level, using Visual Studio Code. If you're more into your own projects and such, using something like Dreamweaver. But they both work and they're both great software. So guys, if you need any help with your coding editors, getting them set up, working with them, fixing any of the code in them, let us know. You can always give us a call, give us a visit our website. Also give a like, give a subscribe. I'll be going into more of each of these coding editors, Visual Studio Code and Dreamweaver, in the next video. So stay tuned and we'll catch you guys soon. Take care. Peace.